My audiobook. My self-help audiobook. My audiobook just starts playing.
Inspirational.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm at the Overland Truck Store today, and we're going to be installing some of these goodies here on the tailgate of my truck, all on the 2022 Toyota Tundra. I'm so excited to finally have a winch. It's winter time, it's snow season, and I've been reluctant to go out in the snow because I don't have a winch, and oftentimes I got to go out by myself. And so having a winch to be able to get myself out of sticky situations is paramount. It's huge. So I got this worn Zeon 10S. I'm super excited about this, but we have to relocate this top hump. I made a video with Tyler a while back where we tried to install this. We had the whole front end of the truck out apart. We had the bumper off and it didn't fit. We're also going to be adding a whole array of lights from Heretic Studio, and I got Bud here helping me out because I'm not very good at wiring, but Bud is.
I'm okay.
So what Bud is pulling out right now is the worn relocation kit, and it allows you to basically put your control box pretty much anywhere underneath the hood. The reason we're doing it is because the worn, basically this top hump hits this bar behind the grill, but also some people might do this just because it's more convenient to be able to reach the control box somewhere. So we'll hopefully find a convenient spot to put it. I got the long cord. They had two options. And that one was twice as long, so we will put it pretty much anywhere. So I have to admit, when I first started building overland trucks, like the Toyota Tacoma, like the first version of it, and even in the Tacoma that I have now, I've always gone for sort of like the inexpensive options, the, what's the word, economical? Is that? No, I don't know if that's the right word. But this time around, I've decided to just go all out on this truck, just do everything really high quality, good stuff. And there's a huge difference. I mean, literally just in the winch rope of this worn, I'm so used to Smittybilt, and I've always been like a huge advocate for Smittybilt, like, oh, it's totally fine, it's totally the same thing. But I think I've replaced like 3 Smittybilts on that one truck, and so finally I decided, had I just gone with worn from the beginning, I probably wouldn't have had to have ever replaced it. And when I see the worn in person, finally now installing my first worn ever, you can totally tell there's a huge difference in quality. I mean, just the rope itself, but the drum on the unit, the way that this free spool lever slides so effortlessly, there's no catches in there, everything is so nice, and it's extremely heavy, but that's because it's heavy duty.
Those calories. That's high quality, baby. Well, Cali Race just rebrands Oxbeam shit.
It's actually a little different than the one I had.
This is way better.
Tacoma. This one looks better.
Because this one's positive, negative, so it's all in one bar. Instead of like on the Tacoma where it's all separate. On charger or anything in here?
On some models, this is a charger, a wireless charger, but mine doesn't have anything there. Okay. So I thought if we just like slice that tab out and then mount that.
Well, depending on the bracket, I can get it to come out like that.
So yeah, on the bracket.
It's set like that, and you can angle it whichever way you want.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool with the bracket. Yeah, I forgot this is gonna have a bracket. But I feel like that's a nice clean spot for it. Yeah, I didn't even think about it with a bracket, but that does look kind of cool there, just floating out. Yeah, that's one of the only spots in here that I could think of. Like, there's not a good flat spot anywhere else.
And I was thinking over there in the corner where your other one is, but that's still not a flat spot. It'll be angled like this on the...
Yeah, I have one down here in my Tacoma, and I've never liked it over there.
No.
It's weird, left hand. This is perfect, just being able to tap it inside.
Yeah, well, all your controls are here, so
yeah.
Why not put it where everything else is?
Yeah.
That'll work perfect.
Cool. And it's no problem to route it into this area? I mean,
No.
This bumper is really interesting because it's two pieces. There's the winch mount, and then there's this outer shell. And they do that so that if you damage the outer shell, you can take that off, leave your winch in place, and put a new shell on. But it's just kind of complicated. I'm trying to unplug these sensors, and they're really sensitive. They're kind of cheapy plastic, and they break really easy. I think I broke one last time.
No.
I broke it. That sucks. This is just 3M tape on. I'm just going to peel that off because it needs to be redone anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like, I almost wanted to get a TRD Pro Grille while this is out. Oh, thank you. Just the TRD Pro Grille looks so much better, but they're like $400 or $500 from Toyota. And Alibaba is the way to go. Well, right now I'm installing the Heretic 40-inch single row onto the Prinsu rack, and it's really easy. You just pop off the deflector, and it's this T-slot aluminum, and so you just get this type of hardware that slides down, just like that, and then this guy's just going to go right over top and bolt up, and then you can adjust it from there. All right, check this out. I've never seen this before, but the LED for the bumper, it actually attaches to the winch plate, and then the shell just kind of slides over, and it should fit in this spot. So really, like I said, I've never seen it before. It took me a sec to figure out where this light goes, but it seems to be perfectly fitted for the Heretic light. Right. So I'm going to pop off this Factor 55 Fairlead. I want to reuse this one. The worn one is really nice. It's a little shiny for me, and it has like a hump that comes up like this, and it would interfere with the bumper. So I really like this Factor 55 one. So I'm going to pop it off, and then we'll sand the bumper down and coat it in some, what did you say that spray was called? 415. Safety squint. You should always use a proper safety squint, and if you can just lower your build down, your chances of taking an impact in the tender area of the eyeball pretty slim. What I'm worried about with this, when the powder coat fails, it seems like it's coming from behind the powder coat and out. So I don't know if just covering it with paint is going to prevent that, or if it's going to do the same thing, but it's worth a try. I don't care though. It's an off-road truck, you know. Sometimes you don't overthink it. These things happen. So this is just a manufacturing defect. What I heard was that they tried a new powder coating solution. It rolled out for 2 weeks. They replaced everybody's bumper, but I just didn't want to wait for my replacement. So I just decided to do this because time is pretty valuable to me right now, doing that, seeing that I have the company that I'm building and everything else, and I just want to get it done. So I don't worry about it. I hope that you guys don't hold CBI too accountable for this, because they really did try to make it right. But like I said, I just don't have time. So Bud just put 4 of these wires, attached it to a drill, wound it up. Pretty straightforward, but I've never thought to do that when wiring up a truck. And what he was saying was that it allows for a smaller diameter. Instead of all 4 wires, he has to put it through a loom and stuff it through holes. This is just one big tight wire. So I'm at the Overland Garage today. We're here to pick up and complete. We're here to complete and pick up the Tundra. We dropped it off last week. I did a little bit of work on it. We had some rusting issues on the bumper, so we sanded the rust out and repainted it. We've been installing some lights from Heretic Studio, and most importantly, we've been trying to make this winch work. And then of course, because nothing ever goes to plan, I realized I forgot this cable and we couldn't complete the job, so we're back with the cable. Bud's got it now. We're gonna finish this truck, and because we had some time, I went ahead and I ordered a TRD TRD Pro Grille, which I'm really looking forward to. I haven't seen the truck yet, so I'm excited to check it out. And so we're gonna go check it out right now. And I know that TRD Pro Grille and the lights and bumper, everything is gonna make it look so awesome. So I'm very excited. I don't know how far they've gotten, so let's go check it out. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Perfect, dude.
So it's not all ghetto.
Yeah, that paint job actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
And you got the foam off of it.
I touched it up here and then touched it up over
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's looking good. Made some progress. The bumper is on. It still needs to be bolted down and everything. Heretic Studio light is in place. We got the worn winch, and this is the control hump, essentially. I don't know what you would call it, but it's just an aluminum box that has all of the electronics, and this is why we couldn't install it at Tyler's house. It didn't fit in there. But now we've attached a cable that takes the kind of control module all the way up to here. We mounted it up on top of this fuse box, and then Bud's gone ahead and he's wired up a fuse block for all of the lights. So inside we should have a switch panel, and we should also have wired up a plug for the remote, which is going to be really cool. And the last thing we need to do is work on taking all this plastic stuff, all the sensors off of this TRD Off Road Grille, and we're going to work towards installing a TRD Pro Grille, which is going to just improve the look of the truck, I think, a lot. Because I'll show you, I really don't like, I tried to get past it, but I really don't like this like Rudolph nose badge right in the middle of this grille. I think if we blacked it out, it'd probably be okay. But since we had the time, I figured I'd order a TRD Pro Grille, and they look really good. So we're gonna go over and unbox it real quick. There we go. So sick. Got a big Toyota lettering. What I was gonna say is if you get like a non-OEM one, they don't have the lettering in there. You have to put them in yourself. So I didn't want to have to do that. That's really nice. But we're looking at this. These louvers are for the intercooler. So that it can either direct air or direct air away from it. I'm hoping we don't have to mess with any of that or any of the wiring. I think that's all part of this silver grille surround that you see. And so the part that we're really replacing is just the aesthetic part of the grille. It's just the front, and it looks like it's all just these tabs that you just push in and through. There might be a couple screws here, I think. I mean, it's subtle, but it makes such a huge difference. We still need to relocate the camera. This TRD Pro Grille has a slightly different mounting spot here, so we're gonna have to kind of jerry rig it a little bit, but we'll make it work. CBI has you relocate the camera because the tube is like right in front of it, so we're gonna drop it down to here. But once we do that, then we'll be good to go. I don't have any of the marker lights for the grille. We can do that later, but it's gonna look a lot better. I went with aux beam, little panel here, mostly just because it's blue and it matches the Tundra has like a blue interior lighting. You can't really see it. It comes underneath some of this stuff, but it matches there. We have our top. For up top, you have our 40-inch light bar and our ditch lights, and then down low you have your fogs and 30-inch light bar. And then I have 4 more spots for whatever else I want to run, air compressor or whatever, all right here. And this is where, if you have like a TRD Pro, or some models have a cell phone charger here, but mine doesn't. I never put my phone there, but I can still put it sideways, which is nice. And then, because we were relocating the winch plug anyways, rather than having to pop the hood, we can actually plug it in right here inside the cab. Just really sweet. Now I can run the winch from inside. That's pretty cool.